On this episode of Kemp Outside, we go fishing on Clarks Hill Lake in Georgia. Check it out. Hey guys, I'm Kevin with Kemp Outside, your inside source for all things outside. Today is all about fishing at Clarks Hill Lake. Now, we recently stayed at Elijah Clark State Park in Lincolnton, Georgia, and it is on Clarks Hill Lake. Clarks Hill Lake is a 111 square mile reservoir that is on the Savannah River between Georgia and South Carolina. It's a fantastic place to fish and boat, and we really loved our time at Elijah Clark State Park. If you haven't checked out my Elijah Clark State Park videos, definitely do that. I'll put links down in the description below. But guys, we took pontoon fish with us, and we decided to do some fishing. Now, we were on Clarks Hill Lake last year for our spring break, and the water was a little bit warmer, and we were catching striped bass and hybrid striped bass left and right. Primarily, we were trolling plugs for striped bass in about 15 to 25 feet of water, and we were catching them left and right, and we were having a blast. So we wanted to go do that again. So this video was supposed to be how to catch striped bass in the springtime at Elijah Clark State Park. But guess what, guys? We didn't catch a single striped bass the entire week we were there. So I am not like a lot of anglers who pick a body of water and then fish that body of water for the rest of their lives, and they always fish the same thing, and they learn that body of water, and you know they just know when and where to fish. Because I like to travel all across the country, and I'm not paid to do this, guys. I have a full-time regular job, so I just do this with my family. Whenever I roll up to a new place, I have to learn the water and learn the conditions and adjust what I'm doing. So if you are doing this, if you're going camping with your kids and there's a lake there and you want to fish, don't get discouraged if you don't catch anything the first day. What you want to do is you want to talk to the locals, maybe go down to a bait shop, spend some money in the bait shop, and that'll loosen some lips, guys. Ask them what you should buy in order to catch fish. Listen to the tackle experts tell you how to target fish, and then follow their advice. But basically what you want to do is you want to figure out what's biting and adjust your tackle so that you can go catch whatever is biting. And so that's exactly what we did. So Clarks Hill Lake has a large spotted bass population, and so we decided to switch up and target spotted bass after talking to a couple of anglers on the lake. And so basically what we did was we converted over from our trolling gear. Primarily when I'm trolling for striped bass, I'm trolling with medium heavy spinning gear with 4,000 size reels, 20-pound test main line with 30-pound fluorocarbon leaders, and we're trolling large baits that dive to whatever depth I'm finding the fish on the sonar. But for this, what we wanted to do is we wanted to switch over, and so this is what we use, guys. We use medium action spinning gear. So we use a medium action rod, a 3,000 size reel. I use 10-pound test braided line to 20-pound test fluorocarbon leader. I tie a uni-to-uni knot to connect my line to my leader. And then I just used a Texas rig, guys. I have a video on Texas rigs. If you're not familiar with that, I'm going to put a link right up here where you can learn how to tie Texas rigs. I use Texas rigs all the time. It's a tried and true method. I know there's a lot of fancier ways to rig worms these days, wacky and Ned rigs and all this stuff. But I am just a classic Texas rig guy. I catch fish with Texas rigs everywhere I go, and I have a blast doing it, and it's an easy way for my kids. I taught my kids how to do it, so I don't have to retie their rods all the time, and so we just fish Texas rigs a whole bunch. But yeah, guys, so this is how I did it. Now, you can absolutely bass fish with bait casters, and most people do. And I'm not anti-bait caster, but my channel is really focused on helping moms and dads get their kids outside. And so I really recommend spinning gears for novice anglers and kids, because a bait caster is a whole lot harder to control. You have to keep your thumb on the spool. Otherwise, you'll get a backlash where all the line comes out when you cast it, and you'll have a major mess on your hands, and you'll never want to fish again. So by all means, if you've got bait casters and know how to use them, definitely you're going to want to use those. But you can do this as well with spinning gear. So guys, basically what we did was we went out and we fished in some shallow water on some of the secondary points in the lake. So if you're not familiar with how points work, so if you're on the main part of the lake, whenever you see land jut into the lake from like a river or a creek, that is the point of that land that juts out, that peninsula. The point is called a primary point. And then as you work your way up that river or creek, Any point after that is like a secondary point. And that's where we fish, guys, because a lot of times what happens is the water flows around these points, it collects bait, and those fish ambush that bait. And so that's where you want to cast your lure. And so unfortunately, with Clarks Hill Lake, from what I understand from the local anglers, the fishing is basically driven by the blueback herring that are in the lake. And so when the lake reaches what I understand is 60 degrees Fahrenheit, the blueback herring come up and they congregate, and that really drives the prey response for fish. But it wasn't that warm, and that's why I couldn't get the stripers. They were too deep. So what we did was we targeted these secondary points. We started off in fishing between 1 and 10 feet of water, and then we kind of moved out from 5 to 15 feet of water, just trying to find where the fish were. And depending on the time of day and depending on how warm it was, the fish were moving up either shallower or a little bit deeper on these secondary points, and we were just fishing Texas rigs. Here's how we did. One of the challenges to fishing in late March is the temperature and the wind. It can be quite windy and cold, but as you can see, Ellie knows how to stay warm. It does warm up during the day though, and it can be a beautiful ride out on Clarks Hill Lake. Here we are in the main channel of the lake, trying to get to our fishing spot. Once we switched over to spotted bass, we did pretty well. Unfortunately, I didn't get some of the footage because of a GoPro malfunction. These were all fish caught on secondary points in about 5 to 15 feet of water with Texas rigged worms. And then it was time to move on to a new spot and find more fish. One of the techniques we use when we're going from point to point is to just troll a bait out the back of the boat. You never know what's going to hit it. In this case, Garrett found a nice little spotted bass as we were moving from one point to the other. The weather this time of year seems to change on a daily basis. Some days were warm and sunny, and others were overcast and cool. I was really proud of Garrett this trip. He caught quite a few fish, and it looked like he had a good time. Ellie was not impressed. She really likes the big stripers, and so do I. But I had a good time too. Here we were trolling between points again when I hooked into something that I was really excited about. But as I reeled it in, I realized it was the smallest fish of the trip. Still fun though. So obviously, since we wanted to go striper fishing, switching over to spotted bass was a little bit of a disappointment, guys, but we still had a lot of fun. This is spring break for my kids. This was a vacation for us, just going camping. And so anytime I can get out on the water, on pontoon fish, out there fishing, is a fantastic time. And switching over to catch spotted bass was a whole lot of fun. My kids were able to catch fish. I was able to catch fish. My wife cheered us on. We had a great time. Ellie, not so impressed as you could see, but she had a great time on the boat. She always does. So, guys, Camp Outside exists to help moms and dads take their kids camping, hiking, fishing, learn about nature, and develop a conservation ethic. We want to help you get your kids outside. And so if you have any questions about what we did today or how to approach a lake when you first get there, drop something in the comments below or connect with us on our other social media. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter, and all the links are down in the description below. You can also check us out on our website at www.campoutside.com. So guys, we are going to make it easier for you to get outside by giving away free gear. We're going to be doing contests on our Facebook page. So what you need to do is connect with us there. Send us a direct message and ask us for a Camp Outside sticker. We'll send you one in the mail, and then that is how you enter our contest to win free gear, is by slapping that sticker on some kind of outdoor gear. Maybe slap it on your boat or your RV, your camper, your tackle box, your cooler, or your water bottle, whatever it is. Slap it on there and then snap a photo of it. And then when we do our contests, we're going to ask people to take photos of our sticker, and that's how you enter our drawings, guys. We're going to be giving away a thermocell coming up in June, so stay tuned for that. So, guys, Camp Outside releases new videos every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 11 a.m. right here on YouTube. Our Monday and Tuesday videos are focused on campground and campsite reviews, and our Thursday videos are on a wide range of topics, including camping, hiking, fishing, how-to videos, gear reviews, tips and tricks, and a whole lot more. So if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that little bell icon that notifies you when we release new videos. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. We are working on bringing more fishing content to you. I just bought a bigger memory card for my GoPro that's going to make recording fishing a whole lot easier. So stay tuned. We're going to up our game on our fishing content, and we will see you next time on Camp Outside. Thanks for watching.